it out. Look, we from the bottom, ain't no problems, we gon' make a way. Got no coach on the field, but we making plays. Hey, look, don't worry, we gon' be okay. Hey, look, why? Cause we gon' make them pay. We from.
What's going down, gamblers around the world? It's the coach here representing Brothers and Bets, and I'm here with the man, the myth, the legend himself, Mr. Marley Bets. Marley, what's going down with you?
What is the deal? We made it, man. We made it.
We made it.
Last show of the season, dog.
Yep. We made it, big dog. And we also joined by Mr. Flat Top, who's in the building having a little bit of technical difficulties. So just forgive my brother. But Flat Top, what's going down?
It's, just taking it one day at a time, man. Ready to get on some of these quality games. Sorry, my camera is like super dark, so I'm going to be in and out trying to get the lighting right. But yeah, I'll get it straight. But we made it, like Marley said. Ready to call some games.
All right. Well, just trying to get the feed shared out to all the most important people and to our fans and stuff. But I think we are good to go. Just kind of do a quick recap from last week. It seemed like I went 10-6, made some dummy plays, especially that Notre Dame play, because I ended up taking Oklahoma State in a big parlay when I went down to Vegas. Marley went 10-8, and Flat Top went 9-7. And on the year, did you update these as well? These are updated as well. So I'm 78, 62-1 on the year. Marley's 125, 99-3. Flat Top 73, 74-1. And so it looks like I got a chance to hit the 80 win mark. Marley, if he plays his cards right, he will stay away from the 100 L's on the year. And Flat Top, you got to win, go 2-0, Playboy, to go over 500. So it's getting real. It's definitely getting real.
I'm 25 games over 100 though. Let's not.
Yeah, you good. Yeah, but people like me and Flat Top, we trying to get, especially Flat Top trying to go over 500.
He's trying. I need 2-0 this week.
You gotta go 2-0, big dog. You gotta go 2-0. But
not bad for
while we
on the show.
Yeah, that ain't bad. You was able to be persistent, so that ain't too bad, man. But y'all want anything y'all want to kind of go over the weekend? Your thoughts.
You can. I'm not tripping. I know on mine's I'll talk about my losses.
I'll talk about my losses. So Matt Carroll, come on, dog.
That's one of mine. So
I'm like, come on, bro. The Utah Heat quarterback is.
That's another one of mine. So
I
don't think those are bad bets. It just
no.
bullshit. Bullshit happened. Because looking at that Baylor game, Matt Carroll's in. Because the game was, they had a chance in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
So
they did.
If Corral's in that game, it's no doubt in my mind that they win that game.
It's a blowout. If Matt Carroll's in that, it's a blowout.
I think the same. I think Utah holds on too.
If the quarterback doesn't get hurt,
doesn't get hurt.
But bro, in that Utah game, how you not gonna double Smith, man? Like, come on, bro.
At some point, man, shit.
At some point, you gotta double him, bro. Like.
At some point, just hit that man, bro. At some point, do something. You can't just let this thing.
Yeah, they definitely tricked that game off, man. But those are some of the things, and I don't know what I was thinking with Notre Dame. I mean, it looked good. It definitely looked good, but I could just tell, yo, Oklahoma's gonna win, and I did a nice little parlay, but got hit over my head with Utah, and then Utah and fucking Ole Miss.
The only thing saved me on Ole Miss is soon as Corral went down, I jumped on Baylor -7.5. You know what I'm saying?
Because they was already up, huh? They was up 7-0, right?
They was already up because he threw the pick six, so they was already up. So
that's how they scored. Carroll threw a pick six.
No. Soon as the backup came in, that nigga threw a pick. It wasn't in all defense though. It wasn't his fault. The ball got tipped at the line of scrimmage. They was throwing like a little hitch, little screen pass or something tipped at the line of scrimmage, pick 6. So
see, I was kind of all over the place around that time. That was New Year's Day, right?
Yeah.
I really wasn't paying attention. I was out eating Brazilian steakhouse good, and
that was the last game. That was the night
tops. Yeah, I didn't even. Yeah, that was my last bang, bro. I put 22 on that. 22 on that one. I'm like, well, it's Matt Carroll. He made a good rah-rah speech. You know, the night before the game,
that's what I'm saying. That's good. Then I look at the Tennessee loss. We both was on that. Like Tennessee blew that game.
Oh my god!
Just like they ran themselves out of that game, trying to go so goddamn fast, just giving up possessions. No concern about possessions at all. Just like we're just gonna go fast no matter what.
Right. I don't know, and I'm going on the record with this. I don't know what I was thinking, talking about some Michigan +7.
And that's the game I was talking that shit on. And you was like, I like when you talk that shit.
But there was another game you was talking that shit on too. That you was like, oh, it was at Notre Dame. You was a little nervous in the beginning.
Nah, it was the Notre Dame Oklahoma State game.
I was like, ooh, look at
that game. Talk that shit though, Grills. Talk that shit. Yeah.
No, that definitely was funny though. Let's see. Yeah, Utah was the letdown. Arkansas took care of money. That was easy. I don't know what I was thinking with Michigan. I would never bet on a Big Ten team again against an SEC team. I was tripping. You know what I was really thinking about? What I was really banking on, bro, was I really thought that
the top of the SEC. Let me say that.
I thought the most money generated would have been Bama versus Michigan. So that's what I was kind of looking at. I was trying to follow the money on that aspect, but came back and bite me. But it is what it is. But let's kind of get right into these games. And we actually covering 2. So it's a chance for us all to go 2-0. It's definitely an important chance for Flat Top to go over 500. And it's definitely important for me to go 2-0 so I can hit my 80-game mark.
Me too.
For the year. And then after that, we jump right into college basketball.
Basketball. I'm ready for college. I'm not gonna lie, man. As much as I love college football, and when it started, I couldn't wait for it to get here. I'm glad that it's over, bro. I mean, it's over 100-something games, bro. Like I'm watching college basketball right now. I'm just happy to be looking at something other than college.
Right, and that's every day. So that can literally be an everyday grind. So we definitely tune in. Flat Top's going to be joining us this basketball season. So
had a very lucrative year last year with college basketball.
And I'm excited. I kind of been watching. I threw some of my picks out there too. But man, let's kind of jump right into it. We're going to start off with the FCS championship. We got Montana State, first time back into the championship since fucking 84, taking on the North Dakota State, who hadn't been back to the championship in 24 months. So that's what we're looking at. We don't have a lot of actual factuals like we typically would read off, but we do have some good information to provide for everybody. So please bear with us, bear with me while I give this information out. But let's get started. So this game is going down Saturday, the 8th, right here in Texas, Frisco, Texas. Hold on, let me get that. Right here in Frisco, Texas at 11 o'clock a.m. Central Standard Time, noon on the East Coast. So we got the 12-2 Montana State taking on North Dakota State 13-1. As we all know, North Dakota State, they've been here a lot. They got 8 out of the 10 championships that they've been here. While, again, Montana State, this is their first time being back here since 1984. Good information about Montana State is, and I actually saw when they did this, so their starting quarterback all year long was a cat by the name of McKay. He threw for over 2,000 yards, 17 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions. But they got a young man that's a freshman, true freshman, that definitely helped out the team by the name of Tommy Maylott. I saw this kid, so I don't know what happened. the starting quarterback McKay, he transferred. Tommy he hit the transfer portal once. The coach gave a nod to Tommy Malott, and this kid's been off the chain. So he's actually been starting since the playoffs begun. I actually got the chance to watch his first game in the playoff, and the kid can go. Their head coach actually coached. He's a North Dakota State product. He actually coached there for a couple of years. The Bobcats are coming off of a 31-17 semifinal victory against San Diego State, and they went into Sam Houston State, the defending national champs, and put a thumping on them, 42-19. That's actually the game that I saw because I ended up taking Montana State during live betting. But when the Bobcats played North Dakota State in the semis, Malik he hung 31 points up. He had 233 yards of passing, 2 touchdowns, and rushed for 155 with 2 scores. So he accounted for almost 400 yards and 4 touchdowns on that game. North Dakota State in their semifinals, they played James Madison, which seems like a rivalry for the last couple of years, or at least for this decade, because those two teams always end up playing each other. They ended up winning 20-14, which was definitely a close game. North Dakota State managed only 19 points in their long loss against San Diego State, but they were able to bounce things back around. So to kind of get more into these extra factors, so San Diego, Montana, they do have a 1,000-yard rusher who was listed, who was a little banged up, but he should be back. Excuse me. He should. He's definitely going to be back. I mean, nobody wants to miss a national championship game. But the last time he was out, in the semifinals, Malott, he carried the ball 34 out of 42 times in that game. So definitely don't think he'll be able to do that. But they do have a 1,000-yard receiver by the name of Lance McCutcheon, who racked up 1,015 yards, 7 touchdowns. And he's like a very, very explosive weapon for Montana State. As far as North Dakota State, I mean, they play old school Big Ten football, as we say, old school Wisconsin, ground and pound under the center, play action pass, fullback dives. They come right at you, and they don't play. They don't play when they're coming at you. Like they have Mr. Williams, 718 yards, 12 touchdowns, and whenever they do go in the air, they got a cat by the name of Watson, who has 739 yards and 7 touchdowns, and they're led by Miller, who threw for 1,300 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions on the year. So you definitely there's no injury reports that I can find of right now, but that's pretty much it that's going on. So the top 2 teams, Montana State defeated the top team, which was Sam Houston State, to get to this point. So I'm not going to take too long. Montana State, San Diego State, FBS National Championship going down here in this great state of Texas. Marley, what's your play?
All right, man. Like you said it pretty much at the end about North Dakota State. And this is actually what both teams like to do when I was looking at the numbers earlier. Both teams don't really care to throw the ball. Although North Dakota State has shown that they are capable with Watson, like you said, but for the most part, both these teams are going to try to run the ball down each other's throat. The problem is both of these team defenses are ranked in the North Dakota State has the top scoring differential in the league, and I believe they're ranked number 1, and Montana State is ranked number 3. But either way, if my numbers are a little bit off, I think they're both. I know for sure they're both in the top 5 defensively.
Yes, yeah, you're right.
But I think they're 1 and 3, if I'm not mistaken. And I mean, essentially during the season, pretty much the difference here is that North Dakota State has been there and done that. Essentially, I think they won 8 out of the last 11 championships. Going for number 9, something like that. Montana State, this is all new for them. The thing with me is with the style of play that both of these teams run, I think 7.5 may be a little bit too much. I think North Dakota State wins this ball game. but I'm going to take Montana State with the touchdown and a half, just because I think this will be a tight ball game. I know North Dakota State is probably the more talented team in my opinion, but I think Montana State is going to give me everything they got in this championship game. And with the quarterback being able to run, giving it the extra dimension, Cam Miller is a little bit inexperienced, and I think his defense can confuse him just enough to keep them in the ball game. I like Montana State plus the touchdown and a half just because of the style of play. It's going to be a low-scoring game with both these defenses, and a touchdown and a half just seems like it's just too many points for me. So I'm gonna lean on the senior McKay. He's thrown for 2,000 yards.
No, McKay's not there. It's a freshman. That's what I was reading earlier. McKay transferred right before the play. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. His name is Tommy Millott. So McKay transferred. Yeah, he transferred right when the playoffs started. Yeah.
Why? When the playoffs started, why would he do that?
I guess the coach went with the nod. I mean, this kid right here, he is explosive. I mean, he definitely leaves a change of pace, and ever since he got that nod, boy, you weren't listening to what I was saying.
I was looking at, to be honest with you, I was looking over North Dakota State's record earlier.
Gotcha.
The season. I was trying to see when that loss was to South Dakota State. I couldn't remember it, so I went to go look it up. It was November 6th. But I heard you, and I knew you was talking about Montana State because I knew you hadn't got to North Dakota State yet, but it didn't. I just started reading off my notes, and I don't know, it just didn't register. I don't know how I didn't.
Yeah. True freshman out there, baby.
I don't like that.
So are you changing your pick now?
No, I mean that should change my pick, honestly. But I still just think the way this game is going to be played, it's going to be a low-scoring game. I don't think this will be a high-scoring game. And if Montana State can get to the 2 touchdowns, even definitely 3, they cover. But if they give me 2 in the field goal, I think they cover. So I'm still going to stick with my pick. I'm still going to stick with Montana State plus 7.5.
Okay. All right. Flat Top, are you there, my guy?
Yeah. So I'm listening to all the critique. I'm going to go the opposite way. I think North Dakota State is going to get that 7 and some change. Looking at their games, they did have that one loss to South Dakota State, who Montana State beat. But if you look at all their games throughout the year, and I'm sure this Montana State is a better offense, they haven't given up more than 20 points a game in any other game than that South Dakota State game. They're averaging 45 a game, which, again, may be against lesser competition. But I like North Dakota State. They've been here, 8 out of the 10, along with the fact that freshman, who is explosive, is going to be playing. I like North Dakota State. Yeah. And they're underdogs?
Yeah, North Dakota State.
Oh, I'm taking North Dakota State money line.
No, North Dakota State is the favorite. That's not right.
North Dakota.
That has to be wrong.
North Dakota State is the favorite. That might be an error on my.
You put.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. North Dakota State is the favorite.
North Dakota State is the favorite.
Jeez, I saw that minus 7.5.
For sure.
Like, if you don't jump on North Dakota State,
I probably if I wrote it wrong. Clearly, I wrote it wrong. But North Dakota State.
Okay.
Yeah, North Dakota State's the favorite.
Yeah, because when I came to the
because when I came plus points, you better hit that money line.
So now, because when I got on here, I was like,
taking Montana State minus.
Yeah, I'm looking at the ticker.
Wow, Marley. Hey, we apologize, my peoples. I definitely thought.
I was how I got written like that. That's weird.
Yeah.
Well, I was like, oh.
Yeah, but I like minus the 7.5.
You like North Dakota State?
Yes.
minus the 7. So now that that's happened, I kind of feel a little different now about my pick because our damn show is about to take North Dakota State money line. North Dakota State has been here though.
Hell nah. Yeah, nah. Hell nah. That
They
line wasn't right.
yeah, they've been here before.
Shit,
They've
they
been here
stayed there.
before, and they stayed it. Uh, but I've seen this Montana State team ball, bro. They can ball, and they are explosive. And the whole deal with what you call it, that game last game, they was just that was just that's a long distance rivalry game. You know what I'm saying? Between James Madison and North Dakota. I've kind of followed these FCS schools. I think I'm gonna with the gun. Go with the better defense, more explosive style offense. I'm gonna take this. I'm right there with Marley. I'm
Ride
on
with
North.
me. Ride with me.
I'm Montana State plus the 7.5. I think though whatchamacallit has been there before. They've been there several times. But this North Dakota, this Montana State team could be destined. This could be a destiny right here, And then
James is coming. My bad.
so that's my official play for this game. I'm on Montana State plus the 7.5. Marley likes them plus the 7.5, and Flat Time's gonna go with the minus the 7.5. Now you know me. I'm gonna sprinkle. I'm gonna sprinkle me, baby. That's for sure. So, hey, we appreciate everybody tuning in. James, he said, brother, please come back with the NBA show, please. Yeah, that's
Bro,
Marley.
it's coming. It's coming. Trust me. Now we got college football out the way, NFL winding down. The schedule won't be so long. Trust me, it's coming. NBA show. I got you.
Well, let's jump right into the shebang bang, the shebanger. We got a rematch of the SEC championship, a rematch of the national championship for like what 4 years ago, 3 years ago, something around there. No, it had to be like 4 or 5 years ago.
I think it was like 4. Yeah, 4 or 5. It's longer than that.
Well, we got the number one Crimson Tide, 13-1, 8-6 against the spread, taking on the Georgia Bulldogs, 13-1, 9-5 against the spread, the number 3 team in the country. This game is going on at Lucas Oil Stadium up there in Detroit, Michigan. Let's take a look at this line. Open up in favor of Bama minus 2.5. That line has since then have jumped to minus 3. The total opened up at 52.5. Right now that line's at 52. There are some 52.5 still in the area as well. Injury reports right now for Georgia. There hasn't been too much of a significant change since the last game as far as Alabama. Offensive line, Owens, he left last game. He is questionable. Now, we still know Michi, he's out for the season. But other than that, that's another offensive lineman, Ikiroy, he left the game as well during the beatdown against Cincinnati. Get to these actual factuals real quick, my people. Georgia, the under sits 7 on the last 10 games. They're 17-1 straight up in the last 18 games, 0-7 straight up in the last 7 games. Against Alabama, 13-1 straight up in the last 14 games this season, 11-1 straight up in the last 12 games against the SEC conference opponent. The total has gone under 5 out of the last 7 games whenever Georgia plays in the month of January. And their total's also gone over 4 out of the last 5 games on a Monday. Alabama, the unders hit 4 out of the last 6. They're 8-0 straight up in the last 8 games. The overs also hit 9 out of the last 10 games. They're 5-0 straight up in the last 5 games this season. 6-0 straight up in the last 6 games against the SEC conference opponent. The overs also hit 4 out of the last 5 games whenever they're going against an SEC East division opponent. The overs also hit 11 out of the last 15 games whenever Bama plays in the month of January. And they are 5-1 against the spread in the last 6 games when playing as an underdog. So, Alabama taking on Georgia. Flat Top, I'm going to let you start off with this one. What is your play, my guy?
So for me, the watching how they played, I took Georgia the first time. I think everyone basically did out of us. And yeah, I can't go against Saban twice. Man, I know this Georgia team, it's hard to beat the same team twice. But going with the experience, Alabama's been there. Saban's going to be game planning. I'm taking Bama money line. I'm not taking them for the points. I think Bryce Young, he really steps up, has a big game for him. Cincinnati kind of kept him in check and let the running back do most of the work. But I think Young goes to work. Williams, or whoever the receiver that they have, has another big day. I know it is super hard to beat the same team twice, but if anyone can do it, it's Coach Saban. And, besides A&M, none of his disciples have really got him. So this isn't the time. Kirby Smart, love them dogs, but Bama money line.
All right, Flat Top likes Bama money line, and SBO says we in Sexton's head. He can't shake us. He's going to throw 3 picks in this game. So you already know who SBO's on. He's on Bama money line. Marley, what's the play, my guy?
Coach, what's your Georgia line?
What's my what? Oh,
what's
shit!
Your Georgia line?
They got defensive guys all over. Georgia, if you don't know, they got first rounders on every level of that defense.
Every
defensive tackle,
yeah.
Defensive tackle, defensive ends,
yeah.
Inside backers,
yeah.
Outside backers,
yeah.
Corners. I'm trying to fix it. Corners and safeties.
All
That's like
NFL
6 levels. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 future first rounders.
All NFL caliber players.
Absolutely.
With that being said, what does Alabama have?
Alabama got some first rounders. They're going to stay with some first rounders. Will Anderson, he a fucking dog, they just dealing with a lot of the injury bug. They had the cat that transferred from Tennessee who was killing it before he got hurt for the year. Bama got some guys that's going to go. Bama got some guys that's going to go. Yeah. Bama did expose them, but Michi really exposed him, and he's not there. That's a little concerning, SBO. But go ahead, Marley.
All right, man. So look, what's up, SBO? You right, SBO. SBO say, Marley, I told you last time. And I remember that. And I thought about that earlier today when I was looking at this game. I was like, this nigga SBO told me last time. So if I come out here and take Georgia again, SBO
he gonna come back on the college basketball show. Kind of shit. On the college basketball show and be like,
talking shit.
Marley.
So look, I got 2 plays on this game. My first play, I'm on the over 52.
Over 52, okay.
One thing I do know is this. If Georgia wants to win this game, they got to score. They're not. I don't care how good that defense is. They not holding Bama to under, I'll say 24 points. It's not happening. I don't see it happening. They got to get in the 30s. If they get in the 30s, I'm over 52. If they get in the 20s, I think I'm over 52 because I think Bama's going to score 30. I'm on Bama, dog. Money line. Roll Tide.
Yeah, on the Bama money line for the Roll Tide. Lil James say, let's go. I'm going to put something on Bama money line. Hey, man. Okay, so I guess it's on me. So you like Bama in the over, correct?
I like Bama in the over.
All right, so it's coming down to me.
They corners, and it came down to this. No, Bama probably not going to be able to run it the way, the way that they would like to, or the way they ran it on Cincinnati. Georgia does have a defense. But those corners I watched last game, and it's not necessarily the corners. To me, who got the better quarterback? Is it Stedman or is it Bryce Young? And it's clearly, no even question, Bryce Young. I think Georgia might be the better team But when that quarterback dropping dimes the way he is and making the decisions that he's making, Stedman got to play a perfect ass game, and I don't know if he's capable. So I got to rock with that.
That money line looks so beautiful for Bama.
How can you
notice
pass it up? Bama money line?
It's
When
gonna
did you get
change.
that?
It's gonna shit. Last time when I jumped, all over, they were what 200.
I don't know what it was last time.
It was because it was Georgia minus 7.5. Alabama was 220. I remember, boy. I put that bread on them. Put 750 on them. I remember. Shit. Man. Now I'm gonna say this. Yeah, typically in these type games, them unders do be hitting, but I don't know. Look, man, sitting down watching Bama and Cincinnati, I was kind of really impressed, and I was like, I can see the difference without Michi being out there on that field for Alabama. You know, the game was close. It was 10-3 for a minute to that big pass. Going right into halftime, you know, and I took Alabama second half minus 5.5. I jumped all over that, yes sir. But it was kind of close, and I was kind of looking like, man, what's going on with Bama right now against Cincinnati? And shout out to Lou Fickles and Cincinnati, because that shows like, hey, they defense could go. They just didn't have enough weapons on the offense to even compare to that. So that's a little concerning that in the first half, Cincinnati was able to hang around to that big pass right towards the end, and in the second half they took off, and Georgia just came right out and just was like, "Yo, we bigger and better than this Michigan team," and they was bullying them. I'm talking about Hutchinson was getting bullied, the corners was getting bullied. I mean, you can definitely see the difference in the players that Bama had going up against, Michigan. This line is going to change, folks. You better jump on it now if you like Bama with that money, because come game day, I can see this at a pick 'em. Everybody's liking Bama right now. If Georgia was an underdog, I probably would take Georgia, based off of what I saw over the weekend. And it's tough. This kind of reminds me of when Florida State and Florida played back in 95, 96 to go to the national championship. Florida State came out, took care of business, beat the dog shit out of Kendall and them. And then once the championship came around, Florida rolled Florida State in the Sugar Bowl. I kind of got, since it got better corners in Georgia quick and long, I kind of got a feeling, my gut is telling me Georgia might pull this off, but it's tough to go against the greatest coach in college football of all time, with the best coaching staff and the better players. Again, my main concern, and I know I'm going off, I rarely go off like this. My main concern with Georgia is, can they consistently score? Because they showed last time that they can't score. Bama money line. Official play.
Official?
Take it now. Bama money line. Take that shit now. Bama money line. They gotta come with it, because what I saw Cincinnati doing in the first half, that makes me extremely nervous for the Alabama offense, because they still can't run the ball like talking about. Michi being out, you really got 2.5 guys. You got Williams, you got the tight end, and then what's the other boy name? Is his name? Come on, SBO. What's his name? Gillespie. What's his name?
But look at it like this too. Since he had Gardner and Bryant, way better corners than what Alabama has to man up against. I mean, way better corners than what Georgia has. At least draft wise. I know Garner's going to go probably be the first corner off the board.
You talking about Sauce?
Yes, Sauce.
Bama money line, but dog,
I can't go against
Georgia.
I can't go against.
I can't. Not plus money.
7 straight times.
Not plus money.
Not plus money. the value is just
not plus money.
I think the over is good money though. I think the over is the safest play because in order for Georgia to win, I have yet to see, even on the years that Bama lost, I have yet to either, unless correct me my memory if I'm wrong, even the games they lost, they were shootouts. I have yet to see a team come and shut down Alabama.
Shit.
When? Are you talking about like McElroy days? I'm not since when? Who shut them down offensively?
Clemson whooped that ass, boy.
Who was the score of that game?
Shit, like 35, 40, 35, 42 to like 14.
Oh, 14. I don't remember.
Bro, you don't remember that? No. I'm going to look it up.
Is that Watson or Lawrence? That's Watson?
That's Tua.
No.
Tua, and that's when Lawrence.
That's Lawrence.
That was Lawrence's rookie year.
Okay, I give you don't have to look it up. I'll give you that. That's
44 to 16.
44 to 16. When that's one, I'll give you one. Does that happen often?
January 7th, 2019. No, but I'm just saying.
That's my point though. I'm not saying it never. My point is not that it never has happened. My point is that it rarely happens that a defense shuts down an Alabama offense.
And it's crazy. I took Bama that game, and I'm a Clemson ACC
I don't even
guy.
remember, to be honest with you, so I can't. I'm not going to.
Tua threw a pick first series. Boom, pick six.
I don't know why.
That was it. That was it. Once that pick six happened, it was a wrap.
44-16. That still go over.
Yeah. So those are our official plays, man. Again, I'm gonna just say this: I wouldn't be surprised if Georgia win just because Michi being out and the two offensive linemen being hurt. If this line flips, bro, if it flips, I'm gonna take Georgia money line. I ain't gonna lie to you.
If it flips to what though? What does it have to flip?
If it flips to Bama minus, if Bama becomes the favorite, I'm changing my play because that means all the money's coming in on Bama. And we all know in these big games, you got to go the other way. You got to go the other way. So we was banged up. Tua was just throwing it to Clemson like he played for straight up, my guy. So just to kind of do a quick recap. So for Flat Top, he has to win both of these games to go over 500. All right, very important. He likes North Dakota. He likes North Dakota State minus 7.5, and he likes Alabama money line. As for myself, I like Marley. He likes Montana State plus the 7.5. He likes Bama and UGA to go over 52, and he likes Bama money line. As for myself, I like Montana State plus the 7.5, and I like Bama money line too. But and I'm going to say this again, but if that line switches and Bama becomes the favorite on game day, oh, man, I'm going Georgia. No doubt about it. I'm taking Georgia.
So
Vegas ain't going to get me.
You need to take it now, pretty much.
Yeah, if y'all like Bama. I'm not, you know me, bro. I'm going to wait to the day of the game to place my bet.
But we know that line's going to flip. That's what I'm saying. If you like Bama, you probably need to take them now.
And I ain't doing nothing right now. I'm gonna wait, bro. These national championship games be tricky, bro. Just all the big games be tricky. Super Bowls be tricky. NBA Finals when it's a fucking Game 7. College basketball, the Final Four, like that. Be all these games when it comes the big games. Historically, you gotta go the other way.
I'm just saying because if you like Bama, you're not finna get them. If you wait for that game to start and you like Bama, it will no longer be plus money.
You must be talking to the people.
Yeah. I'm not. Yeah.
I already know this.
You know that. Yeah. I'm talking to you.
Because I already know this. Hey, we appreciate everybody tuning in. I am the coach. This is Marley Betts and Flat Tops. Just to kind of do a quick little recap. Also, last week I went 10-6. Marley went 10-8 in the both games, and Flat Top went 9-7. As far as on the year, I went 78, 62-1. Marley, he hit that, man. He hit that 100 mark. He had 125, 99-3, and Flat Top's at 73, 74-1. So it is definitely crunch time My goal is to hit that 80. Flat Top's goal is to get that go over 500. And Marley, he's just trying to avoid that 100.
I gotta go with the
trying. He trying to avoid that 100 across the board.
Loss. Weak ass 3 pushes, man. I could have got the 30 over 500.
I just hit a parlay. I just hit that. I just took women's South Carolina. They was down. I took their money line. And then I took NC State women's money minus 24.5. Hit both of them. So
I'm on Wisconsin tonight. Let me see what that's looking like. Oh my God, the Knicks came back and won.
Who they play?
Boston, and they was up like
right. Boston was up big.
I know, and the Knicks came back and won 105 to 108. I was on Boston.
So boom, I'm at 200.
That's cool. Wisconsin up 32-45 at halftime. I'm on Wisconsin in the under, so that should be
good. Let's see. Any other games?
Wisconsin 12. No, 13.
Ooh, Seattle took off.
Second half. Damn, I might jump on that Iowa second half. They go 30. No way they win by 30.
What was the line of that game?
The original line was Wisconsin minus 3.
Ooh.
No way I'm going to take Iowa second half. No way they win by 13.
What's the spread for Iowa?
I'm finna look at it for second half.
You know, Iowa ain't like talking about no more. You know who sucks? Michigan sucks.
It's minus 2 second half though. So they saying Wisconsin gonna win by 11. It was a 3-point.
Not Wisconsin. Michigan sucks this year, bro.
I gotta take that. I gotta take my chances on that.
What's up with Michigan?
I don't know, man. I gotta catch up on college basketball. I'm not exactly 100% sure. I know they ain't doing what they was doing last year though.
Michigan sucks this year, dog.
I'm about to dive into college basketball. I ain't dove into it yet.
Well, that's all we got, peoples. Unless Flat Top Marley, you got anything?
Illinois look real good. Goddamn good. They
struggle. You got anything for the peoples?
I watched that game. Nah, man. Shit. Good luck out there, man. This wraps up the college show, man. I hope y'all made some money, as in Flat Top go get over 500. That would have made all 3 of us plus money for the year. So hopefully that made y'all plus money for the year. Oh man, it was a pleasure doing the show. I appreciate everybody that tuned in. SBO, Kimmels, James, all the regulars. You know what I'm saying? United Dave, I know you out there. And man, y'all get ready for the college show and the NBA show.
KB popped in a lot. We appreciate everybody. We appreciate all the comments.
Appreciate everybody. Clipper, you know what I'm saying?
What's our boy name that hold on. Let me get there. Mike Navarro, man. Shout out to Mike Navarro.
Man,
he showed us a lot of love, man. What's the other young lady's name? Hold on, I'm getting it. Hold on. Shout out to Jennifer Lucas, Lucezis. You know, shout out to her. Shout out to all our female followers who be game baby, man. Queen, we miss you. Hopefully during this college and this NBA show, you come back. We miss you. We miss your commentary. You know, really, Twitter need to get their shit together, because it's an injustice that, because we had a lot of people on Twitter following us, and they used to make the show go. And Twitter, y'all need to get y'all shit together so these people can comment.
I know that shit's
watching from Twitter, man. Like, y'all took away a lot of our people who would tune in on Twitter and keep us going with and entertaining us and interacting with us, man. Y'all need to get it together. But shout out to all our people on Twitter. Shout out to our boy Demonis Dave also. Did you say Dave?
Dave, what's up?
He's original day one. Back when we had our 2,000 subscribers.
First channel back in the gap. Straight up.
Yeah. So, all right, man. That's all I got. We 46 minutes. So we looking good. Ready to get back locked in on these games, Marley. So if you want to lead us with our ritual, we can go.
That's it, man. I'm on Iowa second half minus the 2 points. I'll take my chances. All right. As always, man, this is Brothers and Bits. You know what I'm saying? That is the coach. That is Flat Top. I am Marley Bits. As always, people, y'all know what it is. Let's beat Vegas. And we out this month.
Gang, gang. Montana State money line.
Check it out. Look, we from the bottom, ain't no problems. We gon' make a way. Got no